There's some rare good news for consumers today as Nigeria's inflation rate has dropped for the 5th month in a row. That's according to new data from the National Bureau of Statistics. But behind the headlines, some economists and ordinary Nigerians are raising questions about how inflation is calculated and whether those numbers truly reflect what's happening at the markets. Yaiti's Oge Ihemekben has this report.
From the price of pepper in Lagos to transport fares in Kaduna, Nigerians are still feeling the pinch. But on pepper, inflation is cooling. The National Bureau of Statistics says the annual inflation rate has now fallen for 5 straight months, dropping to 20.12% in August, down from 21.88% in July. But prices are still high. People are still complaining. So, is the government seeing something different? The National Bureau of Statistics reports inflation across broad categories: food, transport, housing, and energy. Food prices, which make up over 50% of the consumer price index, are still rising just more slowly than before. By those indices, yes, inflation is coming down technically, but break down the numbers and you realize most Nigerians don't feel the relief. That is where the controversy lies. At the heart of the controversy, how the NBS calculates inflation. Critics say the inflation basket, the site of goods and services tracked, was last updated in 2019 and may no longer reflect the actual spending habits of many Nigerians in today's economic climate. If the price of basic survival items like rice, garri, or cooking gas have gone up 100%, but the index includes outdated or less relevant items, the final number could understate what people are actually experiencing. The NBS defends its methodology, saying it follows international best practices and works with global partners like the IMF. But many Nigerians say best practices mean little when the market says otherwise.
I don't think there is anything that is reducing in the market. Look at marketers now. When you call, they will tell you that the price of this is that, the price of that is that. When you come the next time again, it has increased. There's nothing reducing. The government should look into this situation. Transport everywhere. The fuel is not coming down, and they are sitting there saying that the price of things are reduced.
Today, if they buy something like 20,000, tomorrow I will see 15,000. Tomorrow I will see 25,000.
The water leaf I was always buying 300 is now 500. So there's nothing has increased. Nothing as far as I'm concerned. I went to buy goat meat. The goat meat I used to buy like 2,000 naira. They just told me 10,000. I shifted.
Salaries have barely changed, but rent, food, and transport are all going higher. If that's inflation going down, then people don't understand it. Whether inflation is falling on the books or not, the cost of living crisis remains very real. And until that eases, many Nigerians continue to question the numbers, no matter how good they sound. The National Bureau of Statistics says it is working on updating its inflation methodology to better reflect current realities. But for now, the numbers and the lived experiences remain sharply divided. Ogie Ihemekben, AIT News, Abuja.
All right, we've been joined by an economist, David Ahero.